If you want to look like a yogi on the pole, then this routine is for you. It's pole week.
Yes, and we're back being a yogi on the pole this week.
But we're not doing that Buddha pose. Just so I hope that's not what you're expecting.
Yeah, I told Karina that I feel like a yogi doing this because we're always like this. Whoa, like this. You know, with our legs crossed. And so we've coined it as yogi on the pole.
Yes.
But we do know that there's another yogi pose.
A Buddha.
Oh, it's Buddha
It's
pose.
like a floating Buddha where you're like this and
you're
you're only holding one leg and you're holding yourself in the air.
Yeah.
But it's not that.
It's not that. You'll feel more supported in this one.
Yes.
So if you're new to this channel, welcome. On this channel, we talk all things aerial and we break down different routines every week across 4 apparatuses: aerial, hoop, hammock, silks, and pole. So if you practice any of these apparatuses, especially at home, do subscribe to the channel. It's a great resource to have whenever you're training.
Yeah, and if you have aerial friends or an aerial bestie that you train with, invite them to join the channel as well, and feel free to share the content because this is all valuable content that they would find useful if they train at home.
Yes. Now, before we start, let's do a quick safety check. Make sure you check your equipment very well, check the rigging and everything. Make sure that you are working with a clean pole and you have something to clean it along the way, as well as grip or resin if you need. Make sure that you have a crash mat. Don't practice without one under any circumstances. And then make sure that you warm up well and cool down well before and after you practice aerial. If you're looking for warm-up ideas, you can find them in the playlist, which we'll leave right up here. So if you haven't warmed up as yet, go do that first and then come back to this video. Make sure you're wearing the right clothing for pole, as little clothing as possible, especially if you're working with a chrome pole. Make sure that you have your spotting buddy. Make sure you have someone to practice with when you're training, so they can be your GPS in the air, they can be your cheerleader, and if something happens, they're there to help you out or call someone.
You cannot find the music for this choreography, this routine, synced up to this video. What we did is we left a short for you right up here. This short is synced up to the music, so you can have an idea of how it looks and what we intended for it to look like with the music that we choreographed it to. But if you want to see it on Instagram, welcome to check out our Instagram pages. We also post them there, and you can find links to our Instagram accounts down in the description below. We will also leave you a video on Friday where you can see both of us doing the routine. So if you don't want to be hopping from one Instagram account to the other, just come back to the channel on Friday. We'll release a YouTube video that is synced up to the music. You get to see both of us do the routine to the music, so you have an idea of what you want your routine to look like. But also remember not to try to judge your body or anything like that. Our bodies are different and some of these poses require more flexibility, and so just be patient with yourself, especially if you find that last pose a little bit more challenging. We also leave you a link to the song that we use along with the timing with which we get started down in the description below, so that you know what song we're using, what version of the song we're using, because this is a little different remix. And you also know exactly when we're starting this one. We're using the end of the music, so make sure to check that information down below.
Yeah, and the beginning and the end sound almost the same.
Yes, but still different.
But still very different.
Yes.
Yeah, so look out for that. And now that we've covered everything,
let's get started.
She starts by holding high with one hand on the pole, and the other hand is holding the pole in a forearm grip. And then she's going to take the same side leg as the hand that is holding high and swing it forward. And she's going to pivot off of the other leg while she's swinging. She's going to spin for a couple of times before she pushes her legs backward a little bit and then comes to her first climb. So now she can show us how she does all of that together. She goes swinging that leg forward, pivoting off the other leg, trying to stay under the rigging point as much as she can, bringing her legs backwards, then bringing them to the pole to do her first climb. From her first climb, she's going to go up one more time, bring her legs up into a second climb, and she's going to take one of her hands and bring it in behind the pole and then hold on with a fingers, or yes, like that, yes. And then she's going to open her legs and sink her butt down while dead hanging from the top hand. From here, she's going to bring her legs together, pull on back to the pole, And then she's going to release her legs from the pole and hook that inside leg at the knee while bringing the outside leg to the pole. Bring her inside hand around the pole and hold onto her shoulder that is holding high. Here she's going to hold this pose for a bit. It's a figurehead pose before she brings her hand back to the pole and comes back to a climb. You bring your hand into that forearm grip again and release your legs, and then you hook that one of your legs high on the pole. Make sure you engage it and bring it up as close to your chest, and bring the other leg behind the pole. That leg that is on top there, hold around your ankle on your foot, and you push your body down. Then you release the other hand and bend your back backwards. From here, you bring that leg that is at the bottom in front of the pole, and you make sure you're holding onto that foot. Hold it tight. Bring your other hand that is on top in front of the pole and reach for the bottom foot. Once you have that, you release that other leg and you hold this pose for a bit. Now you hold on back to the pole and release your legs. Now this can be a little scary when you try it the first time, so you can ask your friend to spot you while you're doing this, and it will make it a lot easier once you feel how safe you feel in this pose.
That was so much fun. We hope that you guys enjoyed trying out this pole routine. We had a lot of fun doing it, and I hope that you had as much fun trying it as we did putting it together. We did need a little bit of support with learning some of the poses, and if you are training with your aerial bestie, then I hope they give you the support that you need. If you haven't liked the video, remember to leave us a like before you leave so that YouTube can share it with other people like you who train pole at home. And also hit that subscribe button if you haven't as yet so that you can know when we post new videos.
Yes. And we just tried the Yogi on the pole. If you want to try mermaid on the pole, check out the video we're leaving on screen for you. We'll leave the dance video on top, and we will leave the tutorial at the bottom. And until next time,
Bye!